on, nice. Oh boy, here we go again. Yes. Well, you are now entering the danger zone. Brought to you in part by Monkey with the Computer and Fat Guy Productions. Whatever we do, change is coming.
Comedy with the influence of our Imperium and its comedy with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And introduce is how we cope with this change. Will we respond actively? Will we learn to speak to the world with new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves from the reality and responding to reality.
Nudist win! Wait, what? Oh, shit. I forgot to flip that thing. Oh, shit! Welcome back to another episode of the Best Word Show on the Internet. I'll be your host. My name's Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. And today is the new day and the dawning of the New World Order. Yes, Donald Trump is now officially the president of the United States and dropped what many would have to consider one of the most banger first days in office that ever was. I mean, it is just insane, the kind of spectacle that I decidedly watched all day today. And yeah, it seems like big things are happening in the world today, my friends. Big things are happening. The inauguration is over. Executive orders have been signed, and I think we're moving ourselves along into a very, very interesting future. Yes, a very, very interesting future indeed. I mean, how do we even describe what happened today? I mean, dude, it was just like a freaking TV show all day today. We saw him getting brought into office, and then we saw the parades and stuff, and then we had him getting down to brass tacks and signing very many executive orders covering a whole range of topics. And I think probably one of the biggest ones that I seem to see getting a lot of attention and recognition from basically both sides of the aisle all over social media is the fact that Trump pardoned the 1,500 people that were arrested or charged or anything that had to do with anything January 6th related. That seems like the biggest thing that happened today. That's the one thing that's getting the most talk, the most flap in the gums time, as it were, with this entire thing. And I mean, we got little clips in here and stuff to look at these things to tell you what's going on. But god damn, son, President Trump pardoning the J6ers.
Events that occurred on January 6, 2021.
Okay, and how many people?
I think this order will apply to approximately 1,500 people. So.
1,500.
So this is January 6th, and these are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a
The
pardon.
hostages have been brought home,
Full
baby.
pardon.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutation?
Full pardon.
Full pardon.
We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research.
Okay.
Nice to see you again.
And these gentlemen.
Nice to see ya.
So this is a big one. Anything you want to explain about this? We hope they get them. We hope they come out tonight, frankly.
We hope they come out
We're
tonight,
expecting it.
frankly.
Approximately
expect it.
1,500 people. Six commutations.
Wow. Yep, that's true, folks. He commuted the sentence of 1,500 January 6 people with 6 commutations of sentences that are basically covering certain Proud Boys and people that were a part of the Patriot Front or something like that. But yeah, I think the main thing to pick out from there is that he called them hostages. He didn't even call them prisoners. And I mean, it's pretty clear to anybody that that's what they were. Those people never should have ever have been in jail this long. I mean, think about where we are, dude. That shit was 4 years ago. They were still holding some of those people in jail without even a trial, bro. Without even a trial. So every single one of those people is coming home now. Yep, coming home now. And I think that's going to be pretty nice. I mean, dude, people's lives have been ruined over that. People don't even have houses anymore. Lost their jobs, their credibility, their livelihood, and everything. I mean, it's the least that Donald Trump could do in this entire thing, right? Like, he said he was going to do it, and they like to say promises made, promises kept. And obviously, this shit is definitely pissing off a lot of different people. And Pixel Pixie, I don't know about the provocateurs. You know what? I don't know about the provocateurs. But as it sounds, there was basically 1,500 people that were arrested that day, and all of them got out, whether they were a provocateur or not. Which is, I mean, I guess good. I didn't think that they actually had any FBI agents or CIA agents or cops or anything like that. They were pushed through on that one. I guess since I shouted out Pencil Pixie, I should shout out Poor Man's Gold PMC, Bane, Squiggles McJr., No One Here Yet, and that Chilled Chili person. Oh, then we have MB2. We got MB2. What's up, y'all? Hopefully you guys are having a good one. I'm having a good one. She. Just looking at the full coverage for that shit, you could tell right now the White House is at the top of the board, and yeah, some people are already reacting to it, and the reactions from the Democrats are obviously clear. They're saying, oh, these were the violent protesters that were attacking police officers and stuff. But you know what? Going back to January 6th, the only people that died that day were protesters. Yeah, protesters, right? Protesters. There's a copy of the executive order right there, granting the pardon and commutation of sentences for certain offenses relating to the events at or near the United States Capitol on January 6th. That's right. And then there's a whole entire listing of different names like Stuart Rhodes. You know, maybe you recognize some of these names, Joseph Biggs. So these are the sentences that are going to be commuted, actually. So these are people that were related to a lot of them. Jessica Watkins, Thomas Caldwell, Kenneth Tarleton, Kelly Meggs, Edward Vallejo, David Morishuk. I don't know how to say that. Joseph Hackett, Ethan Nordine, Joseph Biggs, Zachary Real, Dominic Pelozza, and Jeremy Bettino. And then he says he grants a full and complete pardon to any and all other individuals convicted of offenses on January 6th. Yep. That's pretty crazy, man. And then it says, I further direct the Attorney General to pursue dismissal with prejudice to the government of all pending indictments against individuals for their conduct related to the events on or at or near the Capitol of the United States on January 6th. And the Bureau of Persons shall immediately implement all instructions from the Department of Justice regarding this directive. And then they also say the Attorney General should administer the effectual and immediate issuance of certificates of pardon to individuals described above, and shall ensure that all individuals convicted of offenses related to the events that occurred at or near the United States Capitol on January 6th are currently held in prison are released immediately. The Bureau of Prisons shall immediately implement all the instructions from the Department of Justice regarding this directive. Yep. So I guess you could say that that's definitely a win. I mean, that's a win, right? We finally got the prisoners, the freaking hostages. Like, literally, these people, 1,500 people, were being held hostage for what happened at the Capitol, for walking around and shit, for doing whatever and stuff. And I mean, it's just, I think it's disgusting. I think it's sick that the left and the media right now is even trying to attack people over this stuff and trying to keep the old narrative alive. I think it's just fucking disgusting, to be perfectly frank with you. But to see what everybody's saying, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, fucking all of them are all going here. Son who reported his dad to the FBI says his dad called him a traitor. Like, these are the people
up front now is Jackson Ruffett. He turned his father, Guy Ruffett, into the FBI for participating in the
He turned his father into the FBI, and he got a sentence commuted, and now he's coming home. Dude, you better watch out, kid. That ass is grass, bro. You best just get out of his house.
Direction. And Guy Ruffett is currently in prison, serving a 6.5-year sentence for rioting at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
For rioting.
So obviously convicted and serving his sentence. Jackson, I appreciate your time. So here we are, and Trump is announcing pardons for January 6 defendants. That this could include your father, who's serving a 6-year sentence, a 6.5-year sentence as we speak. What's your reaction?
Well, I'm honestly flabbergasted that we've gotten to this point. I mean, I'm terrified. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Terrified? Yeah, you should.
Taken as many precautions as I could recently.
You bought a gun?
I've picked up a gun. I've moved, and I've gotten myself away from what I thought would be a dangerous situation and staying where I thought my dad could find me, or other people. You know, people that are going to feel so validated by these actions, by this pardon, is
I'm
just so filled with paranoia about what could happen. I've been waiting all day from a call from the DOJ to just figure it out, and know what to do next, because right now I don't, other than just to, sit around and, talk about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's just sit around.
you're scared. I mean, you're right. I mean, you're scared about what could happen from your father specifically, or someone else.
Yeah. I don't know what other people are thinking. I don't even know what my father's thinking. I mean, I've talked to my father before, but I had thought it gotten better.
What's up, Kelly?
And it really hadn't. My dad
What's up, Daddy?
is still involved with these militias. He still talks with, a martyr status. He
What's up, Mr. Blacksmith?
He has no
and
change. He's more galvanized than ever that I've seen. My mom too. My sisters are waiting outside the jail cell right now, and I feel for them, and I know I know who they are, and I love them, but I can't feel safe. And I'm sure hundreds of other families, thousands of other people that have been affected by these people and their actions, and what could happen when they're released. I mean, who knows? I mean, my dad once called me a traitor, and he said traitors get shot. So that's, all I can think about recently. And
yep, that's all he could think about is he traded his dad into the government because the PSYOP told him to. He betrayed his family. The one thing that you never do to a family member, which is, crazy to me. Crazy to me. But yeah. Is this guy going to go after his dad? Is this guy going to shoot his dad if he shows up or something like that? Like, that's where you're at. That's where these people are at. It's like they've literally coped themselves into this situation. I mean, he's literally been drawn into this by probably some of the most toxic ideologies that exist on the planet. And here we are. Here we freaking are. With a donation! I like money. Dude, we just got a dono, bro. We got a dono from Spaldo. Thank you, Spaldo, for that $4.99 on the super chat. We appreciate your money. It will be put to good use in my bank account. I appreciate that. I appreciate you making the griftcast what it needs to be. A grift. That's right. Yeah. Also, I cut my hair. Oh, that kid needs to cut his hair for 100%. Yeah, that kid needs to be 100%. Now, says after the attack, the FBI launched a nationwide manhunt where they charged over 1,580 people and secured roughly 2,770 convictions. So that means that 1,270 convictions just got overturned in the charges that were pending on 1,580 people are completely done. So now they're just kind of waiting to see when these guys are actually going to be released. It seems that there's definitely a gigantic group of people that are outside waiting, right? Because, I mean, why wouldn't they be?
We're going to Tony O'Sullivan, who's outside the detention center where some...
Yeah, no, Bistance, I didn't see someone say Google Maldivia's fig
people may be released. Tony?
Hey, but if you look at my... If you look at my channel, you'll see this one time where me and my friends were making content with Summit One, and then I'm just going to leave it there and just set it on the table for you to try to pick together the pieces of that. And I will say, well, I won't let you pick together the pieces. I just will say that we were definitely asked to do what we did. Fuck it. You know what? Where is it? Oh yeah, Captain Burks and Arc VR.
We know that you are having an issue with these guys. We can actually help you.
Yeah, it's honestly not too big of a deal, but I mean...
See how he says, yeah, obviously it's not too big of a deal. It's not like I asked them to fuck with me on my stream or whatever, and then you two fucktards are coming up here being like, oh, we're going to defend you from them, and then they can't.
Yeah, it's a big stuff, but...
So someone, I have an idea for what we can get. I'm not going to say it yet, because I don't want anyone to know what we're doing yet.
Hold on, let me think.
I think giving me it's going to be good FPS content. We're going to make some money doing it. You're going to get some of the basics doing it. But it's going to be messy. But I think anything we do today is going to be messy.
These guys are offering up their service to help protect us. Do we accept it? hope you go to jail.
Hey, boy! What you doing there, boy?
I hope you go to prison.
Reno County Sheriff's Office.
Get off me,
Got ID
man.
on you, boy.
Yeah, stop, bro. Stop hitting me, man.
You live around here?
I do. Right down the street.
Don't look like you live around here, boy. Don't look like you live around here, boy.
Father died. Holy shit, man. That's me. Was it with you, Thunder? No! Mine's in the white bag looking around. Got it. Oh, I got hit and someone blew me up.
Oh, this is like 8 months ago. We were playing Star Citizen. Have you ever played Star Citizen?
Fuck!
There's like water and food and stuff like that there. So, oh well. Did we just get bombed?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, just a side note there. It was like 8 months ago. Summit One was playing Star Citizen. So we messaged him and we asked him if it would be okay to go fuck with him or whatever. And then I told all the guys from Griefernet that I had it in, and then we got on his server and we kept fucking with him because he asked us to or whatever. And we still got banned, by the way. I still got banned. We got banned. And we didn't get banned because he fucking reported us. We got banned because everybody from the Star Citizen community fucking reported us. And then they like unbanned us when we were like, what the fuck? He asked us to do this because he knew that, he asked us to do this because he knew that if he didn't ask us to do this, we were going to do it anyway. So it was funnier that he didn't tell anybody and that everybody was just like trying to get it on his nuts and be all like, Summit One, give me some of your streamer cum, bleh, or whatever. And they were like, and then we just killed them all. It was great. It was fucking great. It was great. He was playing the game for a long time too. Oh man. They banned us for killing him. That's why. They banned us for killing him. They said that we were stream sniping him, which was correct. We were definitely stream sniping him. But he asked us to. Because it was just funnier. It would have just been funnier to have the number one guild that everybody hates just there constantly. And then they're like, how do they keep getting in the server? And I'm just like, he's on my fucking friends list, bro. I just gotta jump in. And then I'm there, bitch. Oh, poor guys. Anyways, we'll have to look at that later, though. We'll have to look at that later. We're supposed to be watching Donald Trump shit right now. This is a Donald Trump shit stream right now, but we will watch that later. Although I do have to go to bed kind of early today. I go run some cable tomorrow. I gotta go run some cool play tomorrow. But yes, honestly, this whole entire thing with the Donald Trump shit and the inauguration was pretty legendary, right? The fact that people are reacting to it, people are talking about it. I think I got something from Philadelphia that says that they got a video of this, but I guess I don't actually see it when I go here. What the fuck? This is supposed to have a video of this dude's brother talking or some shit like that. Officer Brian Sicknick's brother. Yes, Officer Brian Sicknick's brother talking about it. But who cares? I don't care. Whatever. Whatever, bitches. Oh no, that's just Israel shit. What I want to know, though, is what the fuck did Barron say to Joe Biden? That's what I want to know.
Sometimes the more you fuck around, the more you'll find out.
This is Barron reaching in, saying something to Biden, and then Biden clams up real quick, like, oh, shit. You're going to jail, motherfucker. That's what I think he said. He leaned in, shook his hand, and he was like, you're going to jail, bitch. Look at his lip. You're going to jail, bitch. See? You're going to jail, bitch, is what he's supposed to do. Yeah, I don't think Ross Ulbricht's going to get his sentence commuted, guys. Honestly. The dude was literally a drug kingpin and tried to get somebody murdered, even with all the bullshit that was going on with the FBI and shit like that. Like, if he gonna pardon him, it's gonna be at the end of his term, not at the fucking beginning. Okay?
Found out.
Not at the fucking beginning. Let's be logical. Also, this one right here, obviously, I don't know what was going on here, but Mark Zuckerberg and a couple other people were scamming on. I don't even think that this chick is married to Jeff Bezos or whatever. But I mean, if we're gonna keep along with this whole fucking thing that billionaires are gonna become the president and shit, I mean, after Elon Musk is the president, then, Jeff Bezos might be up on the ticket. She's pretty hot, dude. I think she could get. I mean, I don't know if she's giving Melania Trump a run for her money, but. She's still fine. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker right here. Oh! Honestly, though, that would be me. I would definitely be like, God damn. Well, for me, I would have to re-look it up because everybody's taller than me. But, I would be looking up like, damn, girl, them tits are nice. Anyways. And then I would probably be sneaking peeks at him like every 4 or 5 seconds. I'm not married. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't give a shit. That's real. It really happened. He looks down. He's like, oh, let me get a peek of those yams, and smiles. That's how you know it's the real Zuck. Zuckerberg's thinking in his brain right now, bro, if this Asian chick doesn't work out, I could always trade up into one of these hoes, man. Titties still might be in my future. Titties might be in my future still. Anyways, that was probably one of the funnier things that happened today. Yeah. And, that's what I was looking for. There's already people clashing outside of the J6 thing. The folks are waiting for people to get released. And there's people literally fighting outside. You got instigator agitators going to the situation, trying to get more people arrested.
I just as much right to be
Ladies, if you're hanging around me and I'm real quiet, I'm probably staring at some ass. And then you're going to be like, but you know what? Normally, if he's not live streaming, he's pretty quiet, doesn't say much. That's because I'm always looking at ass.
Hey! Come over here. Go back in there. Go right over there on the other side.
I'm more into, not like big, gigantic asses, though. Like a little cheerleader.
No, sir. No, let him go in there. I'm going to lock him up myself. Go on in if you want to. Go on in if you want to. I'm going to lock him up myself. You're going to cross the street. I'm not having this conversation with you. Let's go. Go in there. I'm going to put these. Hey, I'm separating a group. Put these bracelets on you, man. No problem. Put your hand out of here, loser. All right, okay, thank you.
Get out of here, loser. What the fuck? Anyways, what's this? Former presidents with their wives. Now check this out. This is all the presidents coming into
the Honorable
situation.
William J. Clinton, accompanied by the Honorable Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Bitch who will never ever be president and should be in jail.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 43rd President of the United States, the Honorable George W. Bush, accompanied by Mrs. Laura Bush.
Ah, George and Laura Bush. I still love me some George Bush, dude. I'll smoke weed with that dude any day. Look at him fucking winking at people. How can you not love that motherfucker? He just out there like, yo, bitches, what's up? That's right. I used to be the president.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 44th President of the United States, the Honorable Barack H. Obama.
The Honorable Barack H. Obama. Yo, where's his wife at, dude? She not coming to the thing? She didn't want to attend the whole thing? She made Barack show up at that shit by himself? Poor guy. Big Mike didn't show up, dude. Big Mike must have been getting some surgery or something. I don't know. There you go. All the last couple presidents right there. We got fucking Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and William J. Clinton, and some wives. Already, though, just sitting here looking at them, it definitely seems like Laura Bush definitely is beating Hillary Clinton on the titty game for sure. Like, hands down. Just look at it. Just look. But surprisingly, I guess I didn't realize that George Bush was shorter than Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, but my fucking ass would be like right here, like up to his shoulder and shit, just like a fucking midget, just like. You guys got a box or something I can stand on? Shit. Yeah, Barack definitely does seem happier without Big Mike in tow. Yeah. Oh, here's another view of that handshake with Biden. See, here's him. He walks in. And then he's like, "You're a piece of shit." See? You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. See? I'm pretty sure he leaned in and he was like, "You're a piece of shit." And then he was like, "You're a piece of shit." And then it walked off. I don't care if that's not what he said. That's what he said in my brain. Nikita looks do kill. You follow me on Kick? Wait, people actually follow people on Kick? Nah, bro, that's not real, son. That can't be real. You're lying. Hold on, I gotta pull up the whole Kick thing to see if that's even real. I still don't know how to integrate Kick shit with my shit. Anyways. Ah, you lying? It didn't even say you followed. You liar. You see that? You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Anyways, good job on that kid right there. Now, what's the next thing? If I could find out and tell these people the fact, wait, what the fuck?
But is it anything, these drones, is it anything that people need to be worried
No, I think it's terrible. I would like to find out what it is and tell the people.
And can you commit to some kind of...
In fact, I'd like to do that. Could we find out what that was, Susie? Okay? Yeah, why don't we find out immediately? I mean...
Yeah, let's find out what the drones were.
An enemy, or there would have been, people would have gotten blown up all over. Maybe they were testing things. I don't know why they wouldn't have said what it was. They had a lot of them flying over Bedminster, which is interesting, right?
And with the events today, but is it anything, these drones, is it anything that people need?
So we're finally going to find out from the government what was going on with the drones. We did find out about that today. He's working on getting us the drone UFO answer. This one's pretty dope right here. President Trump signed an executive order to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and it's soon going to be on maps. Yeah, fuck you, Mexico. It's America. Fucking America is fucked, dude. Seriously, so great. So great. Actually, this right here, I think actually has a pretty good deal of it. Trump mocks the national... Wait. MSNBC mocks Trump's national emergency declaration at the border. Wait a minute. We do have a national
state of emergency is officially...
Who is that little boy?
Now in effect
is
on
that
the border.
Raquel
Does
Maddow?
It feel like...
Is that Raquel Maddow? Isn't she like 1/5 Native American or something?
An emergency where you are standing?
Feels no different than 20 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago or an hour ago when we got here early this morning, Rachel. The one practical change that we do know that has gone into effect here is that CBP-1 app that was put into place by the Biden administration, part of their stated effort to have a more fair, safe, humane, orderly process at the border. has been discontinued by the Trump administration and President Trump. I have to say I've reported from this spot over the course of 4 different presidential administrations for NBC News and MSNBC. In the Obama administration,
a state of emergency is officially.
Uh-oh, we got a state of emergency, and they're already trying to stop it. Oh, it's the CNN commentators in awe as Barron Trump's towering height leaves them momentarily speechless. Yeah, dude, look at this motherfucker. Look at this Viking motherfucker. Elon Musk is tall as shit, and Elon Musk got to look up at into his eyes. I would be like, yo, Barron, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Like, looking straight up and shit.
Yes, he's very tall.
Holy shit, what's up? What's up, baby? Oh, babe, what the fuck? We got 2 finance bitches right here. What's up, baby?
Looking at Barron Trump, I think he's like 6'5".
At least. He's got 2 very tall parents.
6'9".
The tallest person I ever fought was 6'6", so if he's only 6'7", I could take him. I mean, he's 6'7", I'm 5'4", so he's more than a foot taller than I am. So yeah, I would probably need to jump off of something. Yeah, we'd need to jump off of something. I could take him. I could take him.
And he, and obviously throughout the room are various Trump grandchildren, in addition to the Trump adult children as well. They're right behind.
And I believe that's Barron's grandfather, Melania Trump's.
Come on, Ivanka, you don't need to be with that Jew loser, man. That guy got to work for his money.
Father next
he
to
don't
him.
know how to make
She, of course,
money.
lost her mother.
You know, that's gonna be like at least one of the crowning achievements in my life is having more money than Jared Kushner, allegedly, hypothetically, theoretically. CNN commentators boldly declare that Trump's pardoning the J6ers is completely different than him pardoning the likes of Fauci, his brothers, his family members, his son. It's totally different. So
yeah,
different.
I think we should not to separate the pardons that are happening today. So the reason why Joe Biden pardoned the January 6th committee and other Milley and Fauci is because Donald Trump, you're right, he ran and people elected him. He said he was going to seek retribution. Now, retribution is not a part of the Constitution, right? So we put those in place. I think it's unfortunate that he pardoned his family today. I am a Democrat. I think that it does cloud what he did so I think you should bifurcate those two. And then I think the pardons for January 6th are completely different. The reason why today feels so abnormal is because of what happened last year or 4 years ago on January 6th, something that none of us in our lifetime have ever seen. So on your day one, when you talked about, not you, Shermichael, but Donald Trump talks about lowering the cost of eggs, what you do is you let people out who undermined our Constitution, who undermined the election, who undermined people who felt like their life was not better under Donald Trump in 2020. They felt like they wanted a different 4 years, and that's why they elected Joe Biden. So I want to put those pardons in separate buckets, and I think we should be talking about them differently because they are not all pardons are not created.
All pardons are not created equal. We should separate them into 2 different buckets. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Whatever. Here's CNN's Van Jones. Let's hear what he has to say.
There's a lot of talk about America first. I hear from my friends in the conservative movement.
Zero sense.
Today, Joe Biden's putting America first. This is a tough day. You saw him put his hand on the car. It's heartbreaking. He's actually giving Donald Trump not just the dignity of a good transition. He's giving him a pretty decent economy. Things are healing. They're moving in the right direction. He's put in place some things. There's going to be a lot of red ribbons cut under the Trump administration because of tough votes that Biden got Democrats to take. So, I think it's an important moment. It's a powerful moment. Joe Biden, he probably stayed too long, but he stayed too long because he thought he had more good to do. He won't get a chance to do that good, but he's handing off a better economy than he got, and he's doing it in a more decent way, showing more decency than he received. You want to talk about America first? That's Joe Biden today.
Joe Biden is America first. Get the fuck out of here. Jake Tapper has an awkward moment as she's not sure how to describe Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson, also the former Fox host, now popular podcaster and YouTube poster. I'm not exactly sure what to call him, but
Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Rosie. I see.
Influencer, certainly.
Very influential.
Very influential, yes, absolutely. Anderson Cooper?
Yeah, dude, who's that Tucker Carlson guy? Nobody knows who that guy is. What's this? CNN hopes interrupts broadcast. What?
Also,
Right,
Aaron,
yes.
one quick.
So those are the.
Wow, so when they were honoring Corey Pentor, the guy that got killed when they tried to assassinate Donald Trump, and they put up a fucking Bluey ad.
Obviously, the Butler County first responders who are marching in.
Also,
Right,
Aaron,
yes.
one quick note, because our panel, Abby, Philip, and Jake were talking about it a little bit earlier.
Yes.
Apparently the bandages on J.D. Vance's daughter's fingers, her name is Mirabelle, by the way, are Bluey bandages. I think your kids may be a little bit older than mine. Bluey is very popular in our house, but that's just to put a button on an earlier conversation.
Well, it is his normalcy and approachability for J.D. Vance that is a great appeal for many. So those are obviously the Butler County first responders who are marching in.
Also,
Right,
Aaron,
yes.
one quick note, because our panel, Abby, Philip, and Jake were talking about it a little bit.
What, Lunchy, you want more dome? Lunchy likes it when she gets dome. She says, oh, Daddy, give me more dome. This is how I rub her brain to make her smarter, give her more wrinkles. Like this. Go like that. And then she'll kiss me like this. What, you want me to rub your spit into your brain? Okay. That's weird, but I can do that. I can do that. They tried to Bluey Trump away, bro. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's going to work, bro. I don't think that's going to work, son. Here's another one.
Donald Trump is going to go, and before he even gets back to the White House, it's reported that he's going to sit at a desk at the convention center and start signing these executive orders. Lawyers are already rolling up their sleeves because there will be significant legal challenges when he talks about removing birthright citizenship. That's not something that he can just easily do. It's a protection provided by the 14th Amendment. So I think that we're going to have to figure out as a country how to take a deep breath and as individuals and as communities figure out what kind of country that we want to live in. And Donald Trump is going to.
I think we already decided what kind of country we wanted to live in. We wanted to live in a Donald Trump country. So, I guess y'all just going to have to deal with it.
His father, Guy, ref it into the.
Oh, we watched the video with Jackson ref it already.
Many of us were here 2 weeks removed from January 6th. I would never have believed that we'd be back in this position today as he was headed back to Florida, not having attended Joe Biden's inaugural. And I don't think you can attribute that solely to issues like the economy and immigration. There's something about him. It's probably the word charisma, and it's attributable to him being elected again. Because it occurs to me that 4 years ago today, many of us were here.
Charisma. He's got that charisma. And oh my God, probably the biggest thing that I've seen all over today, Elon Musk is a fucking Nazi. Because he gave a Nazi salute at the inauguration of Donald Trump. Did you guys see this one?
I just want to look at that salute that he gave again. Just if anybody missed it, we'll just show it again. He's just wrapped up here. You can hear the. All right, so we just showed that. We just showed that.
Right. It's more salute. It was quick. I think our viewers are smart and they can take.
Yes, that means he's going to use his rockets to take out Israel.
Look at that, but it certainly was. It's not something that you typically see at American political rallies. Put it that way.
No, it was not something that you usually would see. And it was quick, as you point out. It was very quick, but it
Don't
was.
do that, Lunchy.
It was in a moment of intensity for him as he came out dancing, and then he did that. He is a hero here.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
I just want to look at that.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I've seen it already. Even like people have tweeted about that shit about me, or about that shit to me, and being all like, "Well, did you see this? This guy gave a Nazi salute. Are you kidding me?" No, we're not kidding you. But is it a Nazi salute, or is it a Reuben salute, or was he grabbing his heart and throwing it out to the people? I don't think people really give a shit about that. But oh yeah, here it is. It's from the Good Doctor. "I guess you're cool with Nazis," she said to me, and I'm just all like, "Here we go again, bro. Here we go again. Everybody's a fucking Nazi, bro. Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, they all Nazis now. They're all throwing up Nazi salutes. Oh, neo-Nazis across the globe are already celebrating. We are so fucking back." Come on. Yeah, dude, what's up with Nazis and their rockets and shit? You know, were the Nazis like in big with the Indians too during World War II? I can't remember that. Whatever. But yeah, I sent her this as a thing. And then she's like, "Your examples are ridiculous and you know it." What do you mean? My examples are ridiculous, bro? My examples are ridiculous? Yeah, I guess it's better than the Masonic hand gestures and shit all the time. I saw a bunch of them. I saw me a bunch of those, sir, some hand gestures and some other things that people were making. Yeah. Pretty crazy, to be perfectly frank. I mean, when you go look at the White House page for all of this stuff, I mean, I should refresh it, because there's probably more. Make sure. Guaranteed the United States protection against invasion, restoring names that honor American greatness, designating cartels and other organizations as forest terrorist organizations, and specifically designated global terrorists. Whoa. Interesting. Cartels are going to be global terrorists now. That's great. Reforming the federal hiring process and restoring merit to government service. Ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing. Defending women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth to the federal government. This sounds like the war on truths, dudes. Yep. Mm-hmm. That seems like a pretty nice one, actually. And that's going to piss off a lot of people out there.
Section 1. Purpose. Across the country, ideologues who deny the biological reality of sex have increasingly used legal and other socially coercive means to permit men to self-identify as women and gain access to intimate single-sex spaces and activities designed for women, from women's domestic abuse shelters to women's workplace showers. This is wrong. Efforts to eradicate the biological reality of sex fundamentally attack women by depriving them of their dignity, safety, and well-being. The erasure of sex in language and policy has a corrosive impact not just on women but on the validity of the entire American system. Basing federal policy on truth is critical to scientific inquiry, public safety, morale, and trust in government itself. This unhealthy road is paved by an ongoing and purposeful attack against the ordinary and long-standing use and understanding of biological and scientific terms, replacing the immutable biological reality of sex with an...
What do you mean there's a bear outside Lunchy that I should make a burger and feed it to it? And then make one for you while you're waiting.
With an internal, fluid, and subjective sense of self unmoored from biological facts. Invalidating the true and biological category of woman improperly transforms laws and policies designed to protect sex-based opportunities into laws and policies that undermine them, replacing long-standing, cherished legal rights and values with an identity-based, inchoate social concept. Accordingly, my administration will defend women's rights and protect freedom of conscience by using clear and accurate language and policies that recognize women are biologically female, and men are biologically male. Sector 2. Policy and definitions. It is the policy of the United States to recognize two sexes, male and female. These sexes are not changeable and are grounded in fundamental and incontrovertible reality. Under my direction, the executive branch will enforce all sex-protective laws to promote this reality, and the following definition shall govern all executive interpretation of and application of federal law and administration policy. Sex shall refer to an individual's immutable biological classification as either male or female. Sex is not a synonym for and does not include the concept of gender identity. B. Women or woman and girls or girl shall mean adult and juvenile human females, respectively. C. Men or man and boys or boy shall mean adult and juvenile human males, respectively. D. Female means a person belonging, at conception, to the sex that produces the large reproductive cell.
They actually defined what a female is. Oh my God. So yeah, we don't have to read through that whole thing, but yeah, that's the big one right there that's pissing off a lot of people. No more gender swapping, no more gender ideology, gender identity crap, nonsense, bullshit. You know, you can't change who you are, you can't change what you are, so you better either like it or hate it because you're stuck with it. We're back to that. I like that. I like that a lot because my life would have been a lot easier if I had a vagina and some big juicy titties. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, and I ain't trying to get them because that's not possible, right? I ain't chopping off my weenie wee. I ain't doing it. It's not happening. I'm never going to do it, but now we actually have a definition of what a woman is. A female or woman means a person belonging to, at contraception, the sex that produces the large reproductive cell. And a male is a person belonging to, at conception, to the sex that provides the small reproductive cell. And I think that's eloquent to the point where I don't see how anybody's going to be able to really fudge that fucking number in any way, shape, or form. And I think that's beautiful. You know, gender ideology, gender identity, all of that crap has just been so damaging to men, women, children all across the country. I mean, we've literally upended entire lives over this nonsense that literally has no basis in reality and could be really helped if people just, you know, accepted who they were or at least learn how to accept who they are. So I think that's a pretty big one right there. That's a pretty big one right there. Another big one that people were excited about was the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. And DOGE has actually been established. Yes, they established this new entire thing where there's going to be DOGE teams that are trying to make the government more efficient at the behest of Elon Musk and all of his Nazi friends. Okay, maybe he's not Nazi, but whatever. Now, this one's an interesting one, the America First policy directive to the Secretary of State. So we should be taking care of America first, not other people. So this one's going to be a little interesting to see how they actually do it, because if we're doing an America First policy, that means that the Secretary of State should be throwing huge denials on any money going to any foreign organizations or countries like Israel or Ukraine or any of the other motherfuckers that are out there. That kind of seems like it should be at least right there, the head of things. But yeah, they're told that they need to be America first, which is really good. Protecting the United States from foreign terrorists and other national security threats, unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential. So yeah, that means that they're going to start allowing people to drill in Alaska again, which is going to be really interesting. And then we talked about the terrorist thing. The terrorist thing is them taking out the terrorists, right? Protecting the American people against invasion. Mm-hmm. So now we're actually taking a stand on illegal immigration and alien immigration, and we're going to be revoking and taking all of their citizenship away and sending them back home. And there's really nothing that they're going to be able to do about it, to the point that I actually did see some videos of some individuals holding up their phones, basically saying that that app that they were using to get themselves appointments got shut down. And then they're like, well, what do we do now? Well, there ain't nothing that you're going to be able to do, son. Now, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, a global tax deal. Global tax. Yeah, I like that. Organization of the National Security Council and subcommittees, reevaluating and realigning United States foreign aid. Ooh, I like that. But what's this one? A new organization of subcommittees for national security that's going to be in charge by Tulsi Gabbard. And it says membership of the NSC consists of the statutory members set forth by the President, the Vice President, the Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Energy, and directors of the Office of Pandemic Preparedness and Response Policy. And then additional members designated are the Attorney General, the Secretary of the Interior, Chief of Staff to the President, and the National Security Advisors. Interesting. I wonder what that's going to do. Wow, the United States foreign aid industry and bureaucracy are not aligned with American interests, in many cases antithetical to American values. They serve to destabilize world peace by promoting ideas of foreign countries that are directly adverse to the harmonious and stable relations to internally among the communities or countries. Yep. The policy is that the United States should no longer be served foreign assistance shall be distributed in a manner that's not fully aligned with foreign policy of the President of the United States, which means a 90-day pause in American foreign development assistance for assignment of programmatic efficiencies and consistencies with the United States foreign policy. All departments and agency heads with responsibility to the United States Foreign Development Assistance Program shall immediately pause new obligations and disbursements of any developmental assistance funds to foreign countries implementing non-governmental organizations, international organizations, and contractors pending review of such programs for programmatic efficiency. I think that actually falls right into what's going on with the Dodge Corporation. They basically put a moratorium on any spending at all, including new spending and old spending or pending spending for any foreign disbursements or foreign assistance programs that are moved forward until they are thoroughly investigated, which is really going to piss off a lot of people all over the country. Temporary withdrawal of all areas in the outer continental shelf from onshore land leasing and review of federal government leasing and permitting practices for wind project. Damn, he shut down all the fucking windmills, dude. Damn. Maybe some American interest is there. What are you talking about? The global tax deal? Yeah, maybe we should look at that one. Permanent representative of the United States, the OECD global tax deal supported under... I'm going to have this thing get read out.
The OECD global tax deal supported under the prior administration not only allows extraterritorial jurisdiction over American income but also limits our nation's ability to enact tax policies that serve the interests of American businesses and workers. Because of the global tax deal and other discriminatory foreign tax practices, American companies may face retaliatory international tax regimes if the United States does not comply with foreign tax policy objectives. This memorandum recaptures our nation's sovereignty and economic competitiveness by clarifying that the global tax deal has no force or effect in the United States.
Damn,
Section 1.
Tax deal.
Applicability of the global tax deal. The Secretary of the Treasury and the permanent representative of the United States to the OECD shall notify the OECD that any commitments made by the prior administration on behalf of the United States with respect to the global tax deal have no force or effect within the United States absent an act by the Congress adopting the relevant provisions of the global tax deal. The Secretary of the Treasury and the United States Trade Representative shall take all additional necessary steps within their authority to otherwise implement the findings of this memorandum. Sector 2. Options for protection from discriminatory and extraterritorial tax measures. The Secretary of the Treasury, in consultation with the United States Trade Representative, shall investigate whether any foreign countries are not in compliance with any tax treaty with the United States or have any tax rules in place, or are likely to put tax rules in place, that are extraterritorial or disproportionately affect American companies, and develop and present to the President, through the Assistant to the President for Economic Policy, a list of options for protective measures or Other actions that the United States should adopt or take in response to such non-compliance or...
Wow. So he completely ripped apart the tax game that was actually put into place, saying that the United States was going to get taxed by other countries and be beholden to them, and he just basically said, yeah, we're not going to do any of that. We ain't doing any of that. Yeah, we'll never get another Q or anything like that. I mean, if it is going to be another one, it will be for my ideas. That's for damn sure. Declaring a national energy emergency. Wow. Wait, what? So, yes, I guess critical means of energy, far too adequate to meet our energy's needs. So, we're going to start going back and getting it. Wow. High energy prices. We got an executive order that's basically pushing it to the brink and saying that we basically need to go in. So this is something that's supposed to work in conjunction with the Alaska thing, and then the opening up of oil and drill leases, and then maybe even trying to go for it. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy, dude. Restoring accountability for career senior executives. Promoting beautiful federal civic architecture. Restoring the death penalty and protecting public safety. Putting people over fish. Stop radical environmentalists to provide water to Southern California. Holy shit. That's actually a big one right there, because it's one of the main reasons that California's been having so many damn water problems, is because they'd rather keep the fish alive than actually worry about getting all that water to different residents. Wow. Within 90 days of this memorandum, the Secretary of Commerce and Secretary of the Interior shall report to me regarding the progress being made implementing the policies of this memorandum. But we're going to immediately restart work of my first administration by the National Marine Fisheries Service. Wait, what? That's pretty crazy. Securing our borders. Wow. Oh, yeah, you try to send me a super chat with your P-Papers guide? You could send me some crypto. Yeah, you could. But I don't have any crypto things out there. I don't have any links for any old wallets or anything I can give you, so... Sorry, I'm in the middle of a show. By the vested authority in me, we're going to secure the border. A nation without borders is not a nation. Most important obligations: establishing a physical wall and other barriers monitored and supported by adequate personnel and technology, deterring and preventing the entry of illegal aliens to the United States, detaining a maximum of Detaining to the maximum extent authorized by law aliens apprehended on suspicion of violating federal or state law until such time that they are removed from the United States. Removing promptly all aliens who enter or remain in violation of federal law, pursuing criminal charges against illegal aliens who violate immigration laws and against those who facilitate their unlawful presence in the United States. Ooh. That's interesting. So they're actually going to be going after the crazy thing. Yeah. The crazy thing. Physical barrier. So, I mean, it kind of sounds like we're going to restart building the wall and really locking things down. That sounds really good. Yep. Realigning the United States refugee admissions program. Yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. That's probably shutting down the immigration application that they had set up and then basically stopping anything that's going on there. Unleashing American energy. That's probably more or less, I would have to say, them talking about actually opening up leases and things and allowing energy exploration. Stuff that we've needed. And then, eliminating the electric vehicle mandate to promote consumer choice. Look at that. So the EV situation is going away. Oh, wow. How do you like those bananas right there? Yeah, there probably is going to be a huge ice raid tomorrow. There's going to be raids everywhere, bro. They're going to be taking all kinds of motherfuckers out of the country. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Wow. Interesting. to ensure the global effects of rules and regulations. I think he deregulated everything too, didn't he? Clarify the military's role in protecting the territorial integrity of the United States. America First policy on trade. Memorandum to resolve the backlog of security clearances for Executive Office of the Presidential personnel. Declaring a national emergency at the southern border of the United States. Holding former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive government information. In the closing weeks of the 2020 presidential campaign, at least 51 former officials coordinated with the Biden campaign to issue a letter discrediting the reporting that President Joe Biden had abandoned his laptop computer at a reputable repair business. Signatories of this letter suggested that the news story was part of a Russian disinformation op. Before being issued, the letter was sent to the CIA Pre-Publication Classification Review Board, a body that typically assigns to formally evaluate sensitive materials and natures. And they fucking lied. And now they're going to be held a fucking cannibal. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. And then, oh my God, we actually got some money. We got some money. All right. Thank you so much to Kelly is Nice for that big $10 super chat saying the next 4 years are going to be wild. Kiss Lunchy for me, and your haircut looks really good. That's good because I cut it myself. And then I think I busted my, what do you call that? But shiver. But thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you sending us all that money over there. I like $10, man. We making some money today, Lunchy. We actually made some money today, Lunchy. We won't be homeless for a little longer. Now, policy makers, federal people that were in there, these abuses to the public trust, it looks like Donald Trump is actually going to be going after these motherfuckers. And, what is this? Implementation effective immediately. The Director of National Intelligence in consultation with the Director of Central Intelligence shall revoke any current or active clearances held by the following people. James R. Clapper Jr., Michael V. Hayden, Leon E. Panetta, John O. Brennan, Thomas Figner, Richard H. Hedgett Jr., John C. McLaughlin, Michael J. Morrell, Michael G. Vickers, Douglas H. Weiss, Nicholas J. Rassman. Is this everybody that signed onto that letter? Oh my fucking God, it is. John Bolton's on the list, bitch. John Seffer's on the list, bitch. Nick Shapiro's on the list, bitch. Oh my God, they're gonna go after each and every single one of them, and don't you fucking love to see it? Oh no, it's Russian disinformation. It's not Hunter's laptop with his dick pics and him fucking hookers and smoking crack on it. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, that's actually kind of fucking awesome, son. Like, these are the enemies of the American people that had full access, and they're losing they just lost all of their security clearances and access to any classified information. And the main reason is because they literally were lying about classified information and putting out bad information and leaking shit to the press. So, they're dunzos, dude. They're done. They are so done. Wow, look at this. Administration is trying to change the way that trade is being held with the United States. I like that. As long as it's not Israel first, it needs to be Israel last. Israel should get the last dollars that we have. Like, if there's something left over, we can throw it over at Israel. But other than that, they're on their fucking own. They're on their own. On their own. Holding the former government officials accountable, that's it. Restoring accountability to policy and fluid positions within the federal workforce. Withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization. Oh, that's a beautiful fucking thing right there. The WHO, the individuals that basically single-handedly almost took over the entire world utilizing their scary tactics in their weirdness trying to get world leaders to sign on to allow them to take over things if a pandemic was imminent, right? Well, the United States is no longer a part of it. The United States, wait, here we go. Let's just have it read out for us, because I don't think it's too long, but we'll get a couple of these read out right here. Let's hear that. Oop, I didn't want to search the web for that. I wanted to read it.
Section 1. Purpose. The United States noticed its withdrawal from the World Health Organization, WHO, in 2020 due to the organization's mishandling of the COVID-19 pandemic that arose out of Wuhan, China, and other global health crises, its failure to adopt urgently needed reforms, and its inability to demonstrate independence from the inappropriate political influence of WHO member states. In addition, the WHO continues to demand unfairly onerous payments from the United States, far out of proportion with other countries' assessed payments. China, with a population of 1.4 billion, has 300% of the population of the United States, yet contributes nearly 90% less to the WHO. Sector 2. Actions. A. The United States intends to withdraw from the WHO. The presidential letter to the Secretary-General of the United Nations signed on January 20, 2021, that retracted the United States July 6, 2020, notification of withdrawal is revoked. B. Executive Order 13987 of January 25, 2021, organizing and mobilizing the United States government to provide a unified and effective response to combat COVID-19 and to provide United States leadership on global health and security, is revoked.
Revoked. Revoked! Wow. They're just revoking all kinds of shit, dude. All of the damage that was done over the last 4 years is literally been undone with the stroke of a pen. Wow. Applications for protecting Americans from foreign adversary-controlled applications like to act like TikTok. Granting parliament. Oh, that's a part. I already saw that one. Putting America first in international environmental agreements. Delivering emergency price relief for American families. Deflating the cost of living. A hiring government freeze. No, nobody's going to be hired. And then we got a regulatory freeze pending review. So there's not going to be any new regulations, and all current regulations have been thrown out the fucking window. Yeah. Return to in-person work for all federal employees and ending the weaponization of the federal government, and then restoring it to freedom and ending federal censorship. So, we got some big things happening right here. Big things happening right here. A lot of people are interested in the whole TikTok situation. It looks like they gave TikTok 90 or 75 more days to either be sold or figure out what's going to happen with the situation. A lot of people don't realize how big that might be. And I mean, Trump was even talking about getting it. It's snowing in Texas. Yeah, I bet you're not used to it. Drive slow. Hello, person from Texas that doesn't drive in the snow a lot. Hi, I'm Manuel Chavez III, or the Turk, depending on how you know me. And I live in Carson City, Nevada, which is generally really fucking snowy all the time. So here's some tips for you driving around in your big Texas truck. Slow down! God damn! It's icy. It's wet. You probably don't have snow tires on. So your stopping distance and all that other shit, you're going to be sliding all the fucking around. I don't give a fuck if you drive a Kia that's got all-wheel drive or whatever the fuck. That doesn't mean shit. It's all a matter of traction, and you have none. So please, help yourself not die, and don't drive over 40 miles an hour if there's snow covering the road. Okay? If they've just snowed the road or plowed the road and you can see it, then you're probably okay to go a little faster, but I would still recommend that you drive anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour slower than you need to. And then You know how they tell you when you're doing your driving test, you need to have 3 bubbles in between you and the car in front of you? When driving in the snow, it's recommended to double that because for the most part, you're probably going to end up sliding when you hit the brakes. So yeah, just drive slower, brake longer. That's how you survive those 50-car pileups because, the cars start piling up and nobody can see anything or whatever, but, motherfuckers are going 70 miles an hour. Yeah, don't be that motherfucker. Just don't drive. Or go buy some snow tires, but good luck getting a fucking appointment. And then bitches are expensive. I put those on my car for the winter and I haven't used them but not one fucking time because it hasn't snowed up here at all. Yeah. Aww. Damn, son. We're protecting Americans from TikTok, bro. Do we need to protect people from TikTok? I really like the ending of the weaponization of censorship from the government across the board on the American people, where people were getting jailed or getting thrown into jail for stuff that they said on social media because somebody in the government wanted them to go away. And now it looks like that's pretty much over, right? And says this order is not intended to, it does not create any right or benefit or substantive or procedure enforceable by law or in the equity of any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities and offers. So that basically means if they did censor you, you can't come back and try to sue them for that because they just won't do it again. Yeah. Restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. Oh, we already looked at that one. I guess I opened it up twice. And then we had the inaugural address, right? And the initial recession of various executive orders that were made by Joseph Biden, right? Mostly having to do with racial equity. Let's see, advancing racial equity, ensuring lawful and accurate enumeration of appointments, organizing and mobilizing the United States government to provide responses, preventing or combating discrimination on a basis of gender ideology or sexual orientation. Ethics Committee reviews, protecting public health and environment, restoring science to tackle climate crisis, revocation of certain executive orders concerning federal relations, revision of civil immigration enforcement policies and procedures. Wow. So yeah, just a lot of, not everything that Joe Biden did, but just the massive issues. The DEI stuff, the immigration shit. He got rid of all that shit, son. Mm-hmm. You won't leave until you can actually see your... Okay, so, again, to our friends in Texas that don't know anything about ICE, you're supposed to clean it off of your windshield, right? So you take a broom, and then you broom your car off, take all the snow off of it, don't leave it on the roof, because when you stop, it's just all going to go on your fucking windshield. Because physics. So, brush it off. Brush the snow off. Brush the snow off. Your windows, the roof, the thing. And then after you brush it off, then you see, oh, maybe I need to scrape the ice off. Don't put water on your car. Don't put water. Not hot water. That'll crack the windshield. Just scrape it off. Go buy an ice scraper. Yep, they have snow brooms. I have one. It's like this fucking long. It extends to be even longer. It's got a broom, a squeegee, and an ice scraper. You gotta have it. Gotta have it. Fucking. Don't use your credit card. Don't use your credit card. You're gonna break your credit card. Don't do that. Some people have those little teeny ones or whatever where it's like a piece of plastic the size of a credit card. And I mean, yeah, that'll work, but it's going to take fucking forever. Just go spend $20 and get a nice brush with the squeegee on it. I mean, you could use the squeegee and the brush for other shit. You got mud on your car? You got mud? A dog? Yeah, I don't know, folks. What I do know is that it has been a very amazing crazy. Be like, the dude is Jewish, supports Jewish policies and people. Yeah, I just noticed that this person, she says, juxtaposing your example with those is the correct thing to do. How is Elon a Nazi when he's quite the Zionist overall? I don't get you. Elon is the supremacist. Convincing you of anything is not the goal of my life, so. That dude is Jewish, supports Jewish policy and Jewish people. He was literally wearing, a pendant with the names of Jewish hostages on his neck. That's crazy talk, lady. You're crazy, Professor Dilly. You're out of your fucking mind. You think Elon Musk is a supremacist, a white supremacist, or any of the kind, or a neo-Nazi? Like, seriously, bro? Seriously? You're a fucking doctor. Look that shit up. Are you fucking kidding me? Get out of here with that shit. Statement from the Church of Norway. Christian Zionism is theologically unacceptable and incompatible with human rights. Yes. The situation in Israel and Palestine is deeply worrying. A just and sustainable peace solution that respects international law and the safeguards and security of the rights of both people seems more unrealistic than for a long time. Church leaders in Jerusalem have called upon the churches around the world and the international community to put pressure on both parts to negotiate a just peace solution and end the illegal occupation and discrimination of citizens. Zionism was a broad term, and there are some groups who described as Christian as Zionists because they support the state of Israel's expansionist policy based on their particular interpretations of the Bible. Although they belong to Christian churches, they do not listen to the appeals from local churches in the Middle East. They have a special interpretation of history with apocalyptic last days expectations, where they risk reducing the Jews to an instrument of attaining salvation according to their own theological scheme. They practice a political ideology that ignores international law and human rights. Directly or indirectly, they oppose attempts to create a just peace. These groups are particularly large in the United States, but also found in Norway. There was a disagreement on how the land promises in the Bible should be interpreted, but we find it unacceptable to interpret the Bible without regard to ethical consequences. It is problematic to read ancient prophecies so that all political events today are predetermined by God in a way that people are deprived of their responsibility for the course of history at the same time as God's is diminished. Not least, Christian Zionism complicates the situation for churches in Palestine and Israel. This calls for solidarity from the Church of Norway. The Bishops' Conference finds it unacceptable to use the Bible to legitimize oppression or human rights violation, or to differentiate human dignity according to groups belonging. The promises of the Old Testament concerning the Jewish people and the land cannot be used to legitimize the expulsion of the Palestinians from their homes or their rights. They also have historic roots in the country, and they belong there. The Bishops' Conference in the Church of Norway therefore finds Christian Zionism theologically unacceptable and incompatible with human rights. The Church has so much to answer for when it comes to the history of anti-Judaism and confrontation with ecclesiastical and European anti-Semitism. The Church has wanted to develop a solitary relationship with the Jewish people. This is not in opposition to committing to the rights of Palestinians. Yeah. Just wanted to read that because so fucking right, bro. I mean, how could they even think about doing that shit? Oh, bro, look at this, John Fetterman. Wearing a Carhartt fucking jacket and Who does this motherfucker think he is? Adam Sandler? Fucking Lurch. That was your fucking suit at the goddamn dry cleaners? You wore a suit to meet Netanyahu. Fucking. Oh my god. What's this? America the Beautiful?
You know the words, help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, forever waves of rain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited light. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crown thy good way.
You think that fucking hoodie smells like a 3D old bust? Yeah, probably. It probably smells like my hoodie. My hoodie smells like Lunchy and B.O.
From sea to shining sea.
I could hit the notes Carrie Underwood hits probably if I didn't smoke all day. My voice has a lot of range. I can make all kinds of different voices and change my voice and inflection. The only thing I can't do is make it sound like it's not me based on the way that I'm saying the words. What's this, Barrett? Oh, yeah. Did you guys see the shout out to Barrett Shaw, dude? Sup, bitches? Sup, bitches? Sup? The motherfucker hasn't done shit but be tall. He ain't done shit. And everybody loves him.
Thank you. He knew the youth vote. You know, we won the youth vote by 36 points. And he was saying, Dad, you got to go out and do this one and that one. And we did a lot of them. And he respects them all. He understood them very well. And he said, Dad, you got to go out, do Joe Rogan, do all these guys. And we did. We did. And Joe Rogan was great. They were all great, right, Darren? They were all good. He understood the market. And
Maybe that helped him win. It says Dave Chappelle. What the fuck? Oh, it's just Dave Chappelle. There's no videos. There's no videos, is there? Shit, I don't know if we can play the Dave Chappelle show. We'll get a strike from fucking Netflix. Probably. Possibly. Most likely, for sure. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something interesting, I have to say. It gonna be interesting. Well, I guess if you're a Trump supporter and you like Elon Musk, you're back to being a neo-Nazi. That's cool. That's chill. It's going to be another 4 years of that shit. I like that. Maybe. I like it. But, you know, still got to get into more shit, dude, here. Like this right here. Biden's Border Patrol CBP app got shut down. And here's a picture of all of those folks that just saw that it got shut down and were waiting for their appointments, and they're not getting them because they go get picked up and they go get taken back to Mexico. And then, you know, they'll figure it out there because that's what the policy was before, right? It was the remain in Mexico policy until they figured out if you were good or not, and then you got in. Yep. That's the way that they were doing it. just to be clear, you're defending a HH salute that was performed repeatedly for emphasis and clarity. People can officially stop listening to you at any sort of reputable source of information now. You work for them. Thank you for making that crystal clear. What is this? This is a delicate moment, and it's a new day, yet so many are on the edge, and our politics are flamed, and social media only adds to the anxiety. It seems Elon Musk made an awkward gesture in the moment of enthusiasm, not a Nazi salute, but again, we appreciate that people are on the edge. In this moment, all sides should give one another a bit of grace and perhaps the benefit of the doubt and take a breath that this is the new beginning, and let's hope for healing and work towards unity in the months and years ahead. What? Yo, what? The ADL said that? Like, you think Elon Musk isn't fucking a Jew? I mean, even the ADL disagrees with you. That's probably, oh no, that's not how you spell probably. Probably because he loves them Jews. That's probably because he loves them Jews, girl. Elon Musk is all like, holy shit, fucking matzo balls? Give me that shit now! What's this? Oh, this is Josh from Kiwi Farms. I first started dealing with deranged truths in 2014 and first became a thing on Twitter after a full decade of being pushed around and captured by captured institutions. We now have TTD on the horizon. Executive order that directs government identification like passports and personnel records to reflect the biological reality and not a self-assessed gender identity. Yeah. I know so many people right now that are freaking on Facebook. Like, I'm not going to pull their pages up and, like, stomp on all over their graves because obviously I knew back then that they were mentally deranged, and I tried to explain to them that they were caught in this type of horrible ideology that was going to damage them forever, and they just didn't want to listen, dude. They didn't want to listen to the voice of reason. Jesus got to try. He says you got to try one time. You try one time, and if they don't want it, you just keep walking. Yeah, just keep walking, bitch. Yeah. How do you accidentally do a Roman salute? You don't. You don't accidentally do a Roman salute. You didn't do a Roman salute. You didn't do one. Although, I gotta say that this is probably the number one picture. For a professor that graduated from Harvard and MIT and teaches at her own university, she's not that bright. No, I think that she is very bright. I think, unfortunately, she has bought into this vicious, harmful ideology that is pushed by the left for so many years and had been indoctrinated into all of this dumb shit that she can't see past it. That's the problem. That's like one of the main issues with academia, right? I got into Harvard with an 8-year acceptance letter, but I had to pay for it, right? I had to pay for it, and nobody was giving me a fucking student loan for that much. Trust me, I tried to get one from the government. And even then, I'd probably still be paying like $500 a fucking month for it today if I would have gone to school at Harvard in 2004. Yeah, so that meant that from 2004 to 2012, I had an open invitation to go to the school as long as I could pay for it, right? And I decided against it and went for Walmart instead and learned shit. But, I always run into the academics, the folks that spent all that time in school, drinking and partying and making friends. And honestly, it's like, you're either a part of the club or you're not a part of the club. It doesn't matter how much better you can prove that you can do this stuff than these people. It doesn't matter how you show them, like, real time, live, how to do this stuff and how you can do what they do better than them. They're still the professor. They're still the PhD. They're still the person that knows better than you, right? Even though, I'm the guy that government comes to at points in time to review this type of information and say, hey, is this good or not? Can you help us build the next paradigm of how we do our things? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You just got to keep sticking to the things, right? Unnecessary hardiness, Zuckerberg 15-yard penalty. Look at him. He's looking at them titties. Bezos is looking at it. He's busted on so many levels, and she's just sitting there in between two rich-ass motherfuckers where she's just like, I could get dick for either one of them. I don't care as long as I get my money. Honestly, though, it's this. When John Fetterman is dressed more appropriately than Lauren Sanchez. I don't know. I still think that she dressed way better than he did. Okay, so her tits are out. Ain't nobody want to see Fetterman's knees. Everybody want to see them titties, okay? You know? Yeah, it's crazy left-wing mentality at universities. There's no reason for somebody like me to go. Lauren Sanchez could have put her tits away for one day. People were really mad that she was wearing like this bustier corset type deal or whatever. I mean, come on, bro. She's wearing a fucking suit. Okay, so her boobies are hanging out a little bit or whatever. What do you expect? God, like, titties are great, bro. Why do people gotta hate titties? Texas installed more buoys on the Rio Grande to stop illegal immigration. These are buoys that they put in to make it hard for people to swim across the river. You basically can't get over the buoys, and getting under them is apparently difficult. I don't really know, though. Now, her lips are as fake as her boobs. I don't give a shit. Still looks hot. She still looks hot. I'm a pig. I'm a pig. Yeah, it's all right, though. I enjoy being my little wanky self or whatever. So what? I'm a pig. I'm a piggy. And I hurt nobody. I ain't hurt nobody. Yeah, dude, her whole shit's all fake, though. I don't think that I don't think it's too bad, though. You know, people could get as mad as they want about that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So, ultimately, I think we can all together collectively say that today was a fairly successful day in the Trump campaign. I mean, he made promises, he kept promises, and now we're basically going to be looking at him trying to work at keeping those promises. And I mean, there's been a couple of executive orders that have been thrown in there that, you know, at face value, they seem like they might have some type of effect with all these foreign wars and stuff that we're funding. But with how close to Zionism Trump is right now, I don't know, though. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that there are other things that we could talk about today. I figured I would actually try to go into this a little bit. I heard today there were some other things that were happening. Yes, other things that cover some of the other stuff. Teddy, have you seen her unnatural bloated lips? Let's see. Lauren Sanchez. Let's check her out. Okay, let's check her out. Let's check her out, dude. You think those lips are not natural, bro? Look at those titties, bro. Let's take a peep. Yeah, she might have big fake titties and Botox, but I think I'm all right with that. Oh shit, dude! I missed a donation. I can't be missing money. Tay coming in with the big donations of the 99 cents through the super Super Chat. We don't care how big they are or how small they are. We just care that we got them. And there's some more money for me. There's some more money for me. Yeah. Thank you very much, Teddy, for that. We appreciate that. And I know that you like them titties, too. That's why you sent me that money. I mean, she doesn't really seem like it. Like, you think those titties are fake or whatever? I don't know. She might have, like, big, fake titties now. Maybe she's just like Latina. And Latinas, they usually just have big boba and big booties. They're scary usually. Big old scary. Okay, yeah. See, here's a picture of her from 2004, and you can see that she still had some pretty big boba. But she definitely wasn't working on the lift filters back then. For show. Now, these days, you can definitely tell that she had something done here. Probably some kind of lift because of how her lip goes really straight when she smiles. And then she's probably getting Botox shots in her lips and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe she's just wearing like a fat ass pusher bra. But, you know, to be honest with you, them look like some natural Mexican titties. Just saying. Yeah. It's still kind of funny though. He's really happy with himself, right? Like what? Why wouldn't he be happy with himself? So, in other news, Elon Musk was caught once again cheating in Path of Exile 2, where he's already admitted that he's actually cheated, but this is just kind of more insult to injury. During the inauguration today, while Elon Musk was literally giving a speech or, you know, hanging out, somebody was playing his Path of Exile 2 account.
Elon! How are you there? Wait, how are you in the Sulfurix cabins right now, Elon? Nah, Elon, seriously, bro, come on. How? Bro, stop. This mod, dude. What are you doing? Elon, you're in a map right now, level 96, but I can see you there.
Yeah, Elon Musk got busted again for cheating. He did. Oh yeah, he did. He got busted cheating on Path of Exile once again while being live on the TV. He just doesn't care anymore, dude. He's just like I mean, it's just kind of fucking crazy, bro. And yes, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that he would have done all of that. But maybe he's just owning it now. Maybe he's just there. But yes, there was also some other news today too. Elon Musk confirmed he cheated to become a top Path of Exile 2 player and Diablo 4 player. Yep. He has actually confirmed it, and I mean, it's just kind of nuts to really think about it. Like, he actually fucking admitted to cheating. He actually admitted it, and he did it today, but basically he broke down and he admitted that he was basically cheating on his account. Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have quite the unusual are the two things that were in question, and I'm just going to go down the thread, and I'm going to try not to edit this video too much. However,
So yeah, some guy did a video yesterday going over a bunch of DM threads that talk about it. This is the video. It is right there. But yeah, it is 100% confirmed now that Elon Musk was cheating at Path of Exile 2. He admitted it. He is not the god tier gamer that he has told everybody that he was. And now, well, now there's just not much to say or do about that one other than just be all like, well, we kind of already fucking knew that you did. But like, it is pretty strange. Now, let's get into something a little more interesting, I would think, because we actually talked about the situation that happened with Destiny, aka the Omni-Liberal, aka Steven Bonzecki or some shit like that. Steve. Yeah, that guy named Destiny. It was not that long ago where a bunch of nudes and leaks happened from his account, I guess. But basically, somebody went onto the Kiwi Farms and posted a bunch of, well, pornographic videos of him engaging in all sorts of actions, sucking guys' weenuses, having sexy time with his girlfriend at the time, and cheating on her with people like Lauren Southern and a couple other folks. And then there's that little video of him and Nick Fuentes going at it, or him sucking off Nick Fuentes, as it were. And then, getting a big shot of Nick's stuff in his gullet or whatever. Well, there's finally been some news on it because Destiny hasn't really commented on the situation whatsoever. And as far as we knew, or all we really knew, was that some random person posted all these videos to Destiny, but never proclaimed that it was an actual hack, right? He didn't ever claim that he hacked Destiny. It was implied and told that the person received the videos from Destiny, meaning Destiny sent those videos to another person, those private videos, without the permission or consent of any of the other people involved, and was doing so, hopefully, possibly trying to get whoever he was sending those videos to basically become an actor in one of them, I guess, as it were. But overall, we finally got a little bit of news on the situation. One of Destiny's, the girl, one of the girls, Pixie, that appears in it, actually says that she's probably going to do something about it. And these are her comments from a while back where she confirmed that, it was definitely her. And she even put in there, said that it wasn't done with her consent.
Exactly. But yeah, I hope
it's real.
That I don't know. I don't even know if details of anything is really that important. But I'm pretty sure for the people that are aware that's happened the past month, I think that shows a lot of what has been happening. Things that just happened. The past month, things that's been done to me without consent or anything. that has been my past 5 years. that energy, yeah.
So that was her initial reaction to it when people were asking her about it, trying to confirm, hey, was that us watching you get railed by Destiny that just leaked out? And she's just like, yep, it's me. This is the kind of thing that he's been doing for a long time, where he kept recording me against my consent, and now I'm learning that he's sharing my videos without my consent, which kind of is a crazy situation. So she's finally made an official response, and this comes from Pixie Love. She says, basically, on November 29th, streamer Destiny non-consensually shared my news, making me a victim of revenge porn. I will be suing him in federal court. Yep. It's happening. It's going down. It's going down. Oh, wait. I don't know what's going to pop out. So I just better look at it. But yeah, it looks like the ex-girlfriend basically is going to be suing him. And it's the first time that something like this has probably ever came on it or done anything about it. And it is...
I will be suing Stephen Kenneth
crazy.
Bunnell too. On November 29th, I learned that the streamer Destiny had non-consensually shared pornographic content of me online. My dignity, peace of mind, and hopes for the future were stripped away in a mere matter of seconds following the betrayal of someone I previously trusted. I am at least the third person he has done this to.
Third.
I hope to be the last. I will not be commenting on the experience of the other women he has hurt, as it is not my place or story to tell. I will, however, share my story in the hopes of preventing this from occurring again. I have known Destiny for around 5 to 6 years now, and often find myself in heavy disagreement with him. Despite this, I do my best to see the best sides of all people, trying my hardest to spread positivity and create understanding where I can. It's corny, but I want to meet people where they are, and focus on which ways we can build bridges together towards a better future for everyone. Some people call this a fault of mine. They claim I am naive and should be more careful. Those people are right.
Yeah, they are right.
When I was 19, over 5 years ago, I was extremely sexually inexperienced and sheltered. Being severely terrified of leading someone on or SA, I thought I could trust Destiny, who I had multiple long conversations with regarding consent and boundaries. So you can imagine my surprise when I discover he distributed pornographic content of me, without my consent. Yep. Yes, you read that right. Stephen Kenneth Bonnell too sent pornographic content of me to a random 19-year-old e-girl Discord kitten whom he had never met before, and then she published it to the whole world. Rest assured, despite never having met her, he at least spoke to her plenty of times on the phone.
Bingo! Just like I was telling you, or at least to put it bluntly. Yeah, Destiny has been known to do this all the time, where he basically collects material, pornographic material, and shares it with other people in the hopes of apparently creating some kind of connection with them. But in this particular situation, the 19-year-old Discord e-girl basically just collected the content and posted it to the world. So overall here, with revenge porn laws, it definitely seems like both Steven and the person that he shared it to are going to be liable. Of course, the person that shared it will be liable because they shared it to the internet openly or whatever, and that's definitely a revenge porn. But, you know, what did he expect when he had sent it out to this person? And then the fact that this has been happening a lot.
Phone. Of course, this is what he says happened. I think it is just as likely that he used her as a proxy to widely distribute this material, while claiming deniability. I do not understand why Destiny would knowingly and willingly put me in a position where I would receive nonstop sexual abuse and harassment. If we believe him, he was trying to impress a barely legal teenager using my body and my privacy. Damn. The betrayal, coupled with the hundreds of messages I've received filled with sexual harassment and abuse, have left me feeling hopeless and devoid of almost all happiness. The only thing that has kept me going is the hope that I can bring this man to justice, and have him face legal consequences for his actions. For the past month I have been speaking to lawyers about my situation and what to do, and have decided this is the best course of action. I will be suing him for violating U.S. Federal Code, 15 U.S.C. Section 6851, civil action relating to disclosure of intimate images and for publication of private facts in Florida. I will be seeking emotional and punitive damages for his actions.
Yeah,
I have been told that a court case like this could potentially cost over tens of thousands of dollars. I am terrified. I mean, this guy talks about potentially suing Hassan, as if for fun, and Hassan actually has the resources to defend himself. I cannot imagine what he might try to do to me in this process. Sometimes, I wonder if he does this as an intimidation tactic. I wonder if he is purposely trying to put fear into my heart when he casually talks about throwing money into a lawsuit with a multimillionaire who can fight back. As if it's an indirect flaunt/warning over his capability of outspending me in whatever legal case I throw at him. At the request of my friends, I have been encouraged to link my GiveSendGo regarding this case here, in hopes that we can raise enough for me to legally succeed. https://www.givesendgo.com/swaydestiny. Whoever the next Joe Rogan of the left is, it cannot be someone that crosses sexual boundaries, violates consent, and puts women's well-being and safety at risk. It cannot be someone who puts women in positions where they will be sexually abused and harassed. It concerns me that Destiny has been interviewing potential DNC chair candidates such as Marianne Williamson or Martin O'Malley, who have no idea of what he's done. As time passes and he tries to position himself to have interviews with increasingly powerful figures such as Zelensky, I can't help be filled with fear that Destiny might continue to succeed, despite facing no repercussions for his actions. If the Democratic Party wishes to succeed in the future, it cannot be a party that accepts the sexual exploitation of women. It cannot be a party that allows men like Destiny to break into the mainstream, for allowing him access to such spaces would be a direct endorsement of his behavior. I have been told that the payout might not be worth the harassment and attention I will receive. In an ideal world, I would do this privately, but have been told there is no realistic way the court will grant me anonymity. This means my only option is public. I have been told by a variety of people to not go public. I have been told by some people that Stephen really does feel sorry, but I am not inclined to believe them, especially taking into consideration his actions regarding me. Regardless, what Destiny did is unacceptable, and I believe he will do this again unless if he faces justice. Let me be clear. Destinies has violated federal law in his transgressions against me. He has violated my consent, and is directly responsible for the sexual abuse I have received. I am terrified.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, the whole Joe Rogan of the left shit is dumb there, Squiggles, but here we are, looking at the situation where this guy basically is downplaying any concerns that she's had, basically said, there shouldn't be no, I'm sorry, there's literally zero excuse. I had phone conversations and stuff with this person, and they're fairly close to me. It's worthless to say at this point, but I'm super sorry. There's literally no excuse. I won't say or confirm anything about them. If there's any particular action or thing I could do, just let me know. So yeah, his whole thing is that, oh yeah, I have no excuse for sending out your nudes to somebody else and then having them get it leaked out, right? It's more complicated than that. I feel there's no justice for what's been done. I feel like people for the rest of my life are going to send it to my family or workplace or wherever I go. I feel extremely violated with how so many people saw me non-consensually in a vulnerable position. I feel like people are always going to use this proof that I slept my way to get into whatever achievement I garner. I feel like it's evidence that everything would be better with me gone. I think the number of people who know or even keep up with it enough to go after you is probably almost zero. Yeah, that's not true. I think people hate others involved, me, Lauren, Nick, Lowell, in a way more, and it overshadows everything a lot more. As for any achievements or anything like that, a majority of the work and stuff you've done has been completely independent of me anyway. So the only people who would say anything like that are people who would have said shit like that anyway and aren't worth the time. This feels super lame, and I don't want to imply that somehow giving you money helps anything go away or fixes everything for you, but if you have any bills or owe any money on anything or any financial stuff I can help with, I can at very least chip in and help with any of that. So it's at least one less thing you have to worry or stress about while you're going and getting through this. Yeah. I mean, that is some trash ways of trying to go about this whole entire thing. Not exactly the way that I would have put it out. And, Destiny made a response. Yep. He says, sometime extremely sensitive material, personal material of mine was leaked. It was not only me, but many people in my life. The leak happened without my knowledge, consent, or authorization. I never had any intentions of these emails to be published. Even though you published them to Discord yourself. Haven't spoken out about the situation for a few reasons. I am actively pursuing criminal and civil litigation on these matters against multiple parties. Speaking publicly about these materials brings more attention to them, which harms all the victims involved. I have been trying to move on from covering drama content and is an increasingly negative impact on my life. One person involved has expressed suicidal thoughts in relation to the matter and don't want to exasperate the situation by talking about it publicly, even though you're literally talking about it publicly. Because there are now multiple parties involved in the litigation, it is unlikely I'll be able to answer any questions until pending litigation is resolved. That said, I am limited to what I can say. The more people that know about my recent communications with and regarding PC, someone who I was friends with and corroborated with on many occasions since the leaks were first circulated, Pixie has stressed to me that keeping things out of the public eye was important to her. I've always said that I would do my best to not confirm or publicize anything, and I kept my word. Yeah, I don't think that he did. On December 11th, I received a message from a mutual acquaintance named Lauren Hayden, known online as Lauren De Laguna, who had a legal background. Lauren has had a negative sentiment towards me after I rejected her romantic advances earlier in the year. Oh, really, Destiny? Oh, really? I understand that she organized a fundraiser to support Pixie's lawsuit against me, and I assume that she's been counseling Pixie on how to proceed. Same day, I received a message from Pixie suggesting that she would create a post about me that would go live after she committed suicide. This greatly concerned me. I genuinely believe that she was still in mental anguish following the leak week earlier. I responded in earnest, doing what I could to reassure her and letting her know that she had every right to pursue legal course of action. At no stage did I try to convince her otherwise. This was highly emotional, volatile time, and my main concern was for her well-being. Yeah, your main concern was for your well-being, but not apologizing for sending out that stuff to different people and basically saying that you had no excuse. And then on top of all of that, you're now proclaiming that there is current litigation involved with other parties, even though nobody's talked about it, period? Yeah. So, Virginia Olsen. A few hours later, I messaged a mutual friend, Straighterade, and I knew that this particular close with Pixie, we tried to figure out best way forward in terms of making things right for Pixie. In that conversation, we put about things we could do to alleviate the toll on Pixie's mental health. I took Straighterade's suggestions and presented them to Pixie. I explicitly offered her to help her financially, having it communicated to me that she was also under financial pressure dealing with the matter. Pixie responded by stating whatever price that she would ask would be too high, would only result in her making feel worse. It appears that she's deleted the message and it's no longer part of our conversation, but later in the conversation with Straighterade, she told me that Pixie seemed to want me to cover her entire tuition for law school. Others told me Pixie thought it would be appropriate for me to pay her anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. And no did Pixie make a specific or explicit request for financial compensation. I think sometime on December 13th, Pixie unfriended me on Discord. It became clear that no amount that I agreed would be satisfactory by nature for the fact that I agreed to it. Third parties communicated that point of any financial compensation would be to punish me. The language is incredibly frustrated to hear secondhand, so I had already shown a willingness to make things right as best as I could. I had spent time talking to mutual friends of ours with the intent to help address concerns with their mental health and suicidal thoughts. I was objectively harmed by the situation and actively seeking to find a resolution that worked well for everyone. I'm not sure where Pixie got this idea that she needed to financially punish me. Some of my most personal messages have gone out to the world because of what happened, including multiple incredibly explicit videos of mine, and many of which have been forwarded to my family members and colleagues. Information has come out which has irrevocably damaged my personal relationships. This saga has been a nightmare for all parties involved. Her accusation that I likely used to widely distribute this while claiming deniability is extremely hurtful. I flat out cannot believe anyone would think I intentionally leaked this material to the public. I increasingly felt uncomfortable by the language used regarding financial punishment and wanting to teach me a lesson, along with the constant references to precariousness and someone's mental health. I no longer felt productive to engage in these conversations, as well as documented at the start of this. I was completely willing to make things right with Pixie. At this point, I just tell people close to me that if Pixie wants to pursue legal actions against me, she's feel free to do so, but I don't feel uncomfortable talking to her or about her until, at the very least, my current legal actions have currently run their course. It has been brought to my attention that Pixie has now tried to re-add me as a friend, but I have ignored these requests. I've never told anyone what they can or cannot speak about. I've always left the option open to them, despite what some people have said. I've never threatened Pixie with litigation or NDA'd anyone. My goal is to respect the wishes of people who have been affected by this leak. Pixie has now stated her intention to sue me and is fundraising to do that. I do not believe I have violated any laws since Pixie has made it clear what she wants to do. I will have to let the evidence and legal findings speak for themselves. It is unfortunate that it has to come to this, but it means that all communications with her or Lauren, who may not be resenting her, will have to go through counsel. So yeah, Destiny decided to come out and say that, oh well, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. She was threatening me with all this kinds of stuff, and I offered to pay her off and give her money, but she didn't accept it, and she said that she wanted to financially hurt me. And see, she's the bad person. She's not the victim here. It's not like this. She's probably the ones that I sent those videos to. And she was pretending to be the 19-year-old person. Do you see where this is going? he's trying so hard to basically get himself out of the situation, but I mean, it just kind of shows the exact piece of shit that this guy was supposed to be, right? Like, he's done this before to other people, and during this particular leak, he did so. He leaked those images and he sent those out willingly to somebody that he didn't know or trust, particularly because he was trying to get his dick wet. And I mean, for anybody to try to say it was anything other than that, and the fact that he can't apologize for it or do anything to help her out, and then claims that he was going to pay her money, but then when she starts throwing around numbers or numbers get thrown around, oh, it's too much. Oh, no, she's just trying to hurt me financially. It's all pretty freaking messed up, to be perfectly frank and honest. And I don't know where people are going with this Destiny situation, but I obviously think that people should be helping her out in this situation because it's literally the craziest thing that we've ever seen. And so far, when we look at this, her goal is $25,000. And as of this video, she's only raised $4,780, which isn't quite a lot, dude. That's actually not that much money. That ain't that much money to be paying somebody out with. So to be perfectly frank and honest, I think she should sue him. She should sue the absolute bejesus out of this mofo, because there are laws against this type of thing. And even if it was a non-consensual video that was taken or whatever, just the fact that he shared it on the online platform of Discord to a different person totally falls within a pattern, right? And she said that she's suing out of Florida, and there's actually laws for this. Non-consensual pornography laws in Florida. They exist.
Florida criminalized sexual cyber harassment under Florida Statute Section 784.049. The term sexual cyber harassment is sometimes called non-consensual pornography, revenge porn, cyber exploitation. As recording videos from a cell phone became easier, more people started recording sexually explicit images to share with an intimate partner. Although the person agreed to share the image or video with an intimate partner, they still retain a reasonable expectation that the image will remain private. When the relationship ends, that intimate partner might be tempted to publish those images online to harass them in cyberspace. When such images are published on internet websites, they can be viewed indefinitely by persons worldwide and easily reproduced and shared. The publication or dissemination of such images might create a permanent record of the depicted person's private nudity or private sexually explicit conduct. The publication of those images might cause that person significant psychological harm. For these reasons, the penalties for revenge porn crimes are serious in Florida. Under Section 784.049 FS, the term sexual cyber harassment means publishing to an internet website or other disseminating through electronic means to another person a sexually explicit image of a person that contains or conveys the personal identification information of the depicted person without the depicted person's consent, contrary to the depicted person's reasonable expectation that the image would remain private, for no legitimate purpose, and with the intent of causing substantial emotional distress to the depicted person.
So there you go. Right there. To another person. So let's just put this into brass tacks. Destiny. You're Destiny, right? You're beating it hard, dude. You're just gooning. You're gooning it up, bro. And you're talking to this hot, slimmy, fucking anime character face 19-year-old girl, and you're like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, send me some nasty pictures. And he's like, oh yeah, you want to see some of my conquests? And he starts sending him over to that person. Right there. Him sending those videos to that person left him liable for this, because it says publishing to an internet website or disseminating through electronic means. And guess what? Where do you go to download Discord.com and use it? You go to Discord.com, don't you? right? Because Discord is a website, and you're sharing those images electronically to a website and disseminating them through electronic means to another person without the consent of the person in the video. It's pretty fucking cut and dry. There's really nothing that Destiny could say in any way, shape, or form that he's not liable for this, or he's like, oh, I'm just sorry that it happened. I didn't mean for that. Because Destiny's coming here and saying, oh, yeah, it's really bad that this happened to you, Pixie, because somebody went to Kiwi Farms and published the videos. Those were supposed to stay private between me and the person I sent them to, and it's totally cool. Hello, she never gave you the permission to send that video out to anybody. She probably explicitly never wanted that video to see the light of day, and the fact that you decided while you were gooning to send it over to somebody to get yourself some street cred, in fact, you actually did the definition of the law in question. You literally did the definition of the law. Now, think about this. She's suing him in civil court, but just the fact that the civil court has happened, there's actually charges that are associated to it. So willful and malicious sexual cyber harassment is charged as a first-degree misdemeanor and punished by 12 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. A second or subsequent violation of the cyber harassment is charged with the third-degree felony and punishable for up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. In addition to the criminal penalties, the victim of the revenge porn case can bring a civil lawsuit and collect monetary damages. Yeah. So, overall, where we're at in the Destiny versus all the people that he shared their revenge porn of to different peoples that got posted to the internet, it's a pretty cut dry case, man. Destiny has got a history of doing this to chicks and other people. This time it happened around, he's already admitted that he sent those videos out to somebody over an electronic platform without her consent. She has all the information that shows that. And any comments that he's made online are fucking basically useless and a moot point because he's still trying to bring everybody back onto his side. But the 100% problem here is that he actually did it, right? He actually did it. He made it happen, and there's really nothing else that can be said about it. Destiny is a fucking creep, dude. He's a creep, the biggest creep alive. And if you're supporting this guy, irregardless of this new information, well, what the hell is wrong with you? Now think about it. If we have all the personal identifying information, if we understand who is behind all of it and what happened with the situation, doesn't it kind of seem like there's really not much that anybody could say or do in this particular situation? Because that's the way that I kind of looked at it, right? That's the way that I've basically seen it, right? And it's been since that all those fucking nasty videos were released online that we've actually seen any type of new thing. And think about this shit, dude. Like, Steve's gonna have to deal with that shit for the next couple of years, and it's just kind of crazy, bro. You know, like, Destiny, bad man. Let's see if he's blocked me on the internet webs. The Omni Liberal. Just in case you were wondering who Destiny is, he's the blue-haired cuck goblin. He's the blue-haired cuck goblin, cum swallower, or whatever. He's the guy that got caught in 4K from a video he took on his own phone, banging out bitches and sucking wieners. Yeah, you can't wait till they start policing the internet. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be policing the internet in that way, but it does seem like it. But Dave Rubin says if Biden made it through a full term, he would delete his accounts and retire. Oh, good. I hope Dave Rubin goes away because his fucking scary ass blocked me or whatever. Yeah. So, where do we go with this one? How we break this one down for here? I don't know if we can, dude. This is some fucking crazy ass shit for all the goodness that happened today in the Trump situation. Literally finding out that Destiny is finally going to maybe get his comeuppance is probably one of the better things that's coming forward. Virginia Olsen, I don't know why in this day and age anyone would be sending, what's it called, nudie pics to people. Yeah. Destiny is wrong. Women should have known better to trust him, but, it's happened. And he's literally taking no accountability for the situation whatsoever. And I think with that, I actually got to let you guys go because I got to get up early tomorrow and go do some work. So I appreciate y'all coming through here and hanging out with your boy, Fang Diesel. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much to the folks like Spaldo and Kelly is Nice and Teddy for sending us money and making the griftcast what it needs to be, a grift, because, I got to be making money, right? Right now, we're making like $5. We're not even making $5 an hour, I don't think. Wait, how long have we been live? How long have we been live? Well, it doesn't say anymore. I don't know. It used to tell me. Well, it doesn't matter how long we've been live, but it is what it is. Sorry, Buds Toddy, you did miss the grift, but yep. We got to go, champ. Although I'll probably see you guys again tomorrow. 2 hours. Oh, so we made like $7.50 an hour. We didn't make minimum wage. That sucks. But whatever. As long as we're making money. Either way, I could appreciate you guys coming out here and hanging out with me for the evening. I'm looking very forward to a Trump presidency and just watching everything go down. And we'll be here with you guys for it. Much love to every single one of you, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye now. C'est la vie. Wait, I pushed the wrong button again. There you go. Bye-bye now. See you later.